Governor Sanwo-Olu inspect ongoing renovation work at the National Art Theatre in Lagos. Senate denies receiving special fiscal packages from presidency. On foreign scene, Rwanda's Paul Kagame takes oath of office for fourth term. And in sport, Chelsea completes £54 million deal for Wolves forward Pedro Neto. Now the details. I'm Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended the level of renovation work ongoing at the former National Arts Theatre, renamed after Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka. Governor Sanwo-Olu spoke with journalists after an inspection tour of the infrastructure at Iganwu alongside some members of the Bankers Committee who are at the forefront of the renovation project in collaboration with Lagos State Government. Governor Sanwo-Olu commended the effort put into development of the infrastructure and recalled that with the project conceived since 2019, Lagos is set to showcase its entertainment, tourism and creative sector to the international audience and other stakeholders in the industry, and it is expected to be completed in about 3 months' time. Earlier, the special advisor to the Governor of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Idris Aregbe, expressed his excitement with the project, which, according to him, will attract more people in the creative sector, both local and international. Our correspondent Adeola Akindele reports that the theatre now also accommodates arts and cultural gallery, banquet hall, conference center and cinema rooms, parking facilities, amongst others. Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency (DSVA) has developed an online educational preventive tool for children against social, sexual, and gender-based violence. I Am a Child is an online course curated for children, giving them access to available resources on sexual and gender-based violence and other related issues. The initiative is part of efforts by the Lagos State Government to leverage technology in ensuring that children are equipped with information on how to protect themselves from sexual and gender-based violence in and around their environment. This initiative is targeted at children within 5 to 12. It also features 2 beginner courses, Your Rights as a Child and My Body, as well as an intermediate course, My Passport of Rights. Lagos State Government has emphasized the importance of good sanitation practices amongst all residents in order to ensure a clean, flood-free, safe and sustainable environment across the state. Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, stated this during the weekly community-based environmental sanitation agency campaign held at Omobakun Street, Ikimogun Underbridge, Yano-Woro, Bariga Local Council Development Area of the state. Wahab urged residents to make good sanitation practices a daily affair, saying the weekly community-based environmental sanitation agency campaign was introduced to promote good sanitation practices among residents before the formal commencement of the monthly sanitation exercise. He noted that some houses in the area have been investigated and were found to have channeled their septic tanks into the drainages, and some have built their fences on the drainage channels, noting that they will soon be sealed by appropriate agency. On the spot, the chairman of Bariga Local Council Development Area, Kolade Alabi, said Governor Sanwo-Olu commissioned the Ikimogun Road, but he was disheartening that the road is in a sorry state because of the unsanitary attitude of residents. He said the government is determined to ensure the environment is always clean, and as such, every house in Bariga must own a bin, which will be made available by the government at a reasonable amount. In a response, the Senior Special Assistant on Environmental Health, Bariga Local Government, Suliat Aguns, pledged the support of the people of Bariga community, assuring the community people will ensure that waste are properly disposed and infrastructure provided by the state government will be effectively utilized. And now to the rest of the stories. The Senate has denied all allegations suggesting it is involved in determining its salaries or receiving special fiscal packages from the presidency. This claim, which reportedly emerged during a visit by members of the House of Representatives to former President Olusegun Obasanjo, has sparked widespread public debates. In a statement released by Senate spokesperson Yemi Adaramoju in Abuja, the Senate described the allegation as an attempt to crucify the legislature by centurions of political hypocrisy. Adaramoju stressed that no senator has received any financial patronage from the presidency. He clarified that the constituency projects often linked to the legislature are merely suggested and nominated by senators following practices common in other democracies worldwide. Adaramoju stressed that the Senate only receives the salary allocated to it by the Revenue Mobilization Fiscal Allocation Commission in strict accordance with constitutional provisions. The National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has refuted claims circulating on social media about upgrading corps members' bank accounts to accommodate a new minimum wage of 70,000 naira. The Corps said no directive has been given by the relevant authority for it to start the payment of 70,000 naira minimum wage to corps members or to upgrade their accounts. In a statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Eddie Megwa, NYC described the report as misleading and entirely false. The NYC urged corps members to be cautious and not be misled by false information being spread by mischief makers. And in foreign news, Rwanda's all-powerful president, Paul Kagame, has sworn in for a fourth term after sweeping to victory in elections last month with more than 99% of the vote. Several dozen head of state and other dignitaries from African nations joined the inauguration ceremony at the 45,000-seat stadium in Kigali, where crowds started gathering from the early morning. Kagame took the oath of office before Chief Justice Faustin Intezoyayo, pledging to preserve peace, national sovereignty, and consolidate national unity. The outcome of the July 15 poll was never in doubt for the iron-fisted Kagame, who has ruled the small African nation since the 1994 genocide as de facto leader and then president. According to the National Electoral Commission, Kagame won 99.18% of ballots to secure another 5 years in power. Rights activists said the 66-year-old's overwhelming victory was a stark reminder of the lack of democracy in Rwanda. Only 2 candidates were authorized to run against him out of 8 applicants, with several prominent critics barred. Chelsea has completed a £54 million move for Wolverhampton Wanderers forward Pedro Neto. The 24-year-old has signed a 7-year deal with the Blues until 2031. The Portuguese forward was presented to supporters at Stamford Bridge on Sunday at halftime during a friendly against Italian side Inter Milan. Neto said he felt grateful to have joined the club and expressed residence to get on the pitch. Chelsea struck a deal with the Wolves on Friday after having 2 bids rejected. The Blues will pay an initial £51.3 million for Neto, with a further £2.6 million in a deal. In add-ons, Neto will join Wolves from Lazio in 2019, scored 14 goals and 135 appearances in the West Midlands. Just before we go, remember, speed thrills but kills. Please avoid excessive speed. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Solo administration trained 250 residents in an entrepreneurship mentorship program? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended the level of renovation work ongoing at the former National Arts Theatre, renamed after Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka. The Senate has denied all allegations suggesting it is involved in determining its salaries or receiving special fiscal packages from the presidency. We also told you that Rwanda's all-powerful president, Paul Kagame, has been sworn in for a fourth term after a sweeping victory in elections last month, with more than 99% of the vote. And in sport, Chelsea has completed a £54 million move for Wolverhampton Wanderers forward Pedro Neto. For contact with the newsroom, send the message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Idu Olaya and Zera Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God